everybody, it's your girl Taylor from Got You Aesthetics, and today I thought I'd do a video on some helpful tips for you to make the most out of your apprenticeship, whether it be nails or aesthetics. So let's get into it. Now, first things first, if you take the whole esthetician course, then that means you have normally the whole spectrum of nails, skin, hair removal, and all that kind of good stuff. So the one thing I do suggest to anybody apprenticing or getting into the esthetician, nail technician trade is to always treat every client in every situation like a lesson. So instead of just doing a service for a means to an end, you're doing it to try to give each client the best service that they can, and always taking some tips and learning from what the client is telling you, because there will be a lot of things that you will learn that maybe you weren't thinking of, that they are actually speaking out to you to tell you what they want. So you need to listen and you need to kind of follow that, and then you can also take every little word that other people say, put it together, and create your service so that's well diverse for everybody. Now, my next suggestion, wherever you work, you should research the products that they have. So if you are doing facials or specialized body services or anything like that, you should research into the regimen, just so that you can be fully aware and fully in tune with the whole process. Because no matter where you go, you're going to be retrained in whatever services you do. But the differences will be products and types of services that you will do. So there's normally always a meaning for every action within a service, whether it be the normal kind of beauty and healthcare, whether it be spirituality focused, whether it be more mainstream art focused. There is always a reason for what you are doing. So to understand every reason what you're doing, you know that you will be able to implement it in the correct way. Even if using like a cleanser for certain kinds of skin tones and all that kind of good stuff. Learning on doing extractions on some faces and others and what's better for each. You can learn every single time, but you should also be taking your time, if you love to do what you do, and research that as well, so that you can give the best service to your people and also you can get the most knowledge. Next, my next tip would be being able to take constructive criticism. Especially if you're just going to the field of aesthetics, you might get a complaint here or there on your entry point because of obviously just learning people and all that kind of good stuff. But the difference between someone who can take constructive criticism and someone who just tries to hide from constructive criticism is that if you take constructive criticism and you make it work for yourself, you are going to drastically surpass and get better. If you hide from constructive criticism and take it too personally, then you're not going to be able to advance. Because again, every time a client speaks to you, they are trying to tell you what they want from a service. So it is your duty to listen and perform it as so. And then you'll never know. You might be the next big thing when you're just being able to listen and take everybody's thoughts and opinions into consideration, and also make your service more well-rounded for the mass population. So I hope some of these tips helped, and I hope you guys have a great day. Okay, bye.